Hey, what's going on, my peoples? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? You are now tuned, Brother Love in Haiti. We are actually at the school Haiti's Future, and today there was no school because today is one of our greatest holidays, and actually everything is closed today because today is November 18th. Now, a lot of Haitians, most Haitians, all Haitians know about November 18th because Judiashi Sejour Batay de la VETTIERE, which was held in au Cap Haïtien, but back then it was called Cap Français, and that's where they used to do the main slave trade in that. But what I want you guys to know about November 18th, it was November 18th, 1803, when we actually won this battle, okay? And before that, we was going to war with the British, we was going to war with Spain, and every other colonist that was trying to take over Haiti in the Saint Domingue area because it was all ran by Toussaint, and everybody knew who Toussaint Louverture was, okay? But after they had took Toussaint, of course, his protege, which is Dessalines, he vowed to never trust the French. And before, when the British, no, the Spain was giving us weapons to chase them down. The French was giving us weapons to chase down the Spain. So they had their own little thing going on. But in Haiti, with Toussaint Louverture, he declared that all men should be equal. So we actually went to war with all the armies, but the French was the last one that we beat just to declare our independence, which was actually declared November 29 and didn't get recognized to years later. But no, January the 1st, 2nd is always our Independence Day. But 18th of November is a day that Haitians can never forget because that was the day we went to war and we actually won the war to the point where every slave was free and we started drinking soup Joumou. So it's something big in the Haitian history. November 18, Batay de la VETTIERE, where we had Boukman, okay, we had Capua à la Mort, side to side with Dessalines, and we was just going at it with the French because they did not want to stop slavery and they wanted slavery to go on because Haiti was like the richest country in the Americas as far as we gave 50% of sugar to the whole world as far as coffee, tobacco, and cotton. So Bataille de la Vete was to let them know, like, listen, we are men and you're going to treat us like men, okay? So we fought against Napoleon. And Napoleon, he was already in Egypt, he was everywhere. And just like Toussaint Louverture, he grew up uh, not a political leader, but as a general. So he has a lot of military skills, which led into politics. Okay, that was the same with Toussaint Louverture. But we warred. We did a couple of months that we was fighting this war till November 18th came that we actually defeated all the soldiers, even though they didn't want to recognize our independence. But that was the day that all the slaves in Haiti put in their minds that they freed the chains from their minds, and now they freed the chains from their feet. Okay, so I want you guys to really Google this, YouTube it, and see what's going on with November 18th because that was one of our greatest holidays. So I'm definitely giving a giant big up to all our ancestors because if it wasn't for them, we'd probably still be slaves. Who knows? But Haiti is a beautiful place, and we have a lot of beautiful monuments and histories that a lot of Haitians don't even know about. Okay, so our brother Love in Haiti, we wants to share everything with you guys. My brother, do you have any questions you want to ask me?
Okay, hello everybody. This is yours truly, Brother Love. I love to hear my brother speak because this man is so knowledgeable and everything that he says is actually accurate. So I love just listening to him and I wanted to bring it to y'all. So, okay, at this battle, once Haiti was freed, what nations profited the most off our liberty?
Okay, Americans they profited a lot because we helped them get Louisiana.
Okay,
We
great.
helped Venezuela.
Okay.
We helped Georgia.
Okay, let me say something about the Louisiana thing. That's also a fun fact too. See, America was looking forward to acquire New Orleans from them,
Yes.
just New Orleans alone. And then once they lost Haiti, the French lost Haiti, they just gave up the whole Louisiana,
The whole Louisiana.
which at the time made 50%, half of the United States.
Yeah, it was about they doubled up on the size.
Yeah, it's just so imagine if Haiti didn't get its independence, how would America be shaped? That means it would be America, the 50 states wouldn't be the 50 states no more because Louisiana will be right there, and that was a French colony, and plus the French was looking forward to expand. So all these states now that is part of the America, part of United States of America, probably would have went to the French because we all know Napoleon is a historical figure. He's one of the ones that's was a superpower of the world that
Yes, he was.
that made France great. So I just wanted to say that for the viewers, just imagine how Haiti shaped the world. Because America wouldn't been the 50 states
No.
without this battle.
Even Venezuela, a lot of other countries, because after we beat the French expedition army, we started taking their boats and go help other countries get their freedom too, because in Haiti was the only land around that time wherever you were being persecuted for, no matter if you was Jewish, whatever you was black, once you stepped in Haiti, you was free. So they was trying to block us out and not let Americans, especially the black Americans, know about this. But somehow it was always debated, and a lot of slaves heard about it. That's how you got Harriet Tubman that was
Yes.
digging the Underground Railroad,
Way by the water.
railroad, singing "Wait by the water" because they knew they had to get through the water to get to Haiti, because Haiti was the land of the free, the land of the free.
And
the
even
Louisiana
mhm.
persons, it wasn't even half as much as what the French made us pay, because when we freed ourselves from slavery, the economy started going down. What we was doing in Haiti, we made sure that their armies was always on top. They had money to purchase guns and to purchase food. So after we freed ourselves, they was like, whoa, they had to find something, do some treaties with the rest of the Europeans just so they could come and oppress Haiti, because they did not want this to go out, okay?
And one of the things I'm infatuated by this, bro, is the fact that we stopped them in a quest to expand their territories. And then in doing that, it affected United States completely.
Yeah, in the whole
So
world.
America should say, Haiti, thank you for beating them and making them back off this Louisiana thing and expanding their territories, because at the time America wasn't ready to go to war with
France.
Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon, he was the most military experienced guy, and he was controlling the world. He was like the Caesar of the New World.
Okay, and for the people that don't know what soup Joumou is, please explain to the people what soup Joumou is, the tradition it has in Haiti, and why Haiti drink it.
Soup Joumou is actually a pumpkin soup. And the pumpkin soup, it goes back to back in slavery days. Back in slavery days, in Europe and other countries, which is cold, they can't grow good pumpkin or good edible pumpkin, especially organic like we have here. So every Sunday, the slave masters used to make them cook Joumou. But of course, the slaves could never ever taste the Joumou. They used to give us chitlins or whatnot, but we used to always wonder how that tasted like. Okay, and only the rich and only the slave owners could eat the Joumou. So after we won our independence and we declared ourselves free, Dessalines and our other leaders, they just made sure that every slave could get to taste what the Joumou is. So that's why every Independence Day in Haiti for breakfast, the whole country is eating Joumou, just to remind ourselves that we are free and we can eat this now.
Okay, and being everything is closed, schools, banks, you see, the Learning Center is closed today. We have to respect our ancestors, respect the tradition. What are the streets looking like right now in Haiti as we speak?
Well, for the most parts of Haiti, the streets is clear and empty. But if you go down to Port-au-Prince, the Delma area, by the palace, by the U.S. Embassy, you will see people marching and people are protesting because they want to honor their ancestors' lives, and they want to tell each other and they want to tell the world, like, listen, we know our history. We shouldn't be like this. Stop oppressing us. But it's a yearly thing, and they out there, they deep. But everywhere else is empty.
There's a lot of police presence on the streets today.
Yes, because today is November 18th.
And, you know, I want to take this time out to salute the world. You know, first off, salute Haiti, salute our ancestors, people that fought for us, even the names that we don't know, people that was on the front line. Yes.
Gerald.
And
It's a
even the
whole bunch of them.
unknowns, even
Yes,
the unknowns, I
definitely
just
the
want
unknowns.
to,
All the
because
soldiers.
yes, all the soldiers, because you know you got Memorial Day for America, so we need to. I want to, and I just want to take this time to just honor, like, you know, just give love to the world.
That's what this is today. Let's say the Haitian Memorial Day. Because without this was like the final battle. Batay de la VETTIERE. Batay VETTIERE, okay? And before, let's say 4 weeks before that, all the slaves gathered together in the woods at this lady's house called Iman. But you know, back then Haiti was full of trees, so they call it Bois Iman. It has nothing to do with alligators, guys. Man, Bois Iman. Even now, it could be an area they call Jamba because I was the first one that lived there. So Iman was a lady that lived in the woods, and then everybody, you know, especially the Negmawan, because a lot of slaves they revolt and then they ran off to the mountains. And the colonists, they did not want that because once you get to the mountain, you meet with the other Negmawan, which means a slave, a runaway, basically. And they was like, let's say, 60% of the indigent army that defeated Napoleon's soldiers. Okay? So, après cérémonie bois caïman, tout esclave commence à révolter. And back and forth, other countries come and try to tame us, but we knew what we wanted, and we fought until we got it. So big ups to all the ancestors and everybody that assisted on this victory, because that is what make Haiti what it is today. We are free.
That's right. I definitely enjoy this time with you, my brother. You have a lot of knowledge, man, and you had helped me every step of the way through my journey in Haiti, man. And I want to take this time and honor you, my brother. And I'm thankful for your presence in my life. And man, you a smart, intelligent brother, man.
Likewise, you know, I don't look at myself as a brilliant guy or a smart, intelligent guy. I'm always searching. Maybe one day I could meet to that expectations. But I would like to salute you too, because you motivate me and you got me this far, bro. When you came to Haiti, I wasn't like this, so I see a lot of progress, and we make a great team. So I love you, my brother. I appreciate everything you're doing, and let's keep going, because if right now I'm sitting here at the Learning Center and I know these kids are learning, it's because of God first and then you.
So, it's the viewers, man. The viewers, man,
And
it's
the viewers.
great.
Can't forget about the
And you
viewers,
too,
but
man,
your
'cause you-
ideas, man.
Okay,
It's like-
and for people that want to know, where do you get all this information from? How do you know all this stuff?
Well, I had an uncle that died.
What's his name?
His name, his name was Julien Michel.
Okay, our
That was
father's
actually
brother.
our father's older brother, but he
Ooh.
died. And he used to give me all the knowledge about history in Haiti. Okay, he was a cool guy. I read, and then, you know, not
'Cause-
just the word of mouth, but I read books. And,
No.
and most of the time when the camera come, it's like everything goes. I forget everything. But when
And
the camera is off,
I'm gonna tell you
we
something.
come back.
You know me. Google's my best friend.
Mhm.
So I wanna know the accuracy of your knowledge. So every time you tell me something, I go Google it, and I'll be surprised. I'll be like, oh, you know his stuff. I won't even Google it no more. I'm gonna call you Mr. Google. Nah. All right, everybody, this is it right here. You are live and direct. Well, not live. We're making a video right now with yours truly, Shamba.
So everybody,
Brother
if you
Love.
haven't, subscribe to the channel. Please do so, because we're making a big difference in Haiti, and we're trying to take it town, city, city to city. Jusqu'à présent, nous prendre tout le monde entier. So we trying to reach get from town to town, so we can reach out to the whole world.
You know what song came in my mind when you said that? We taking over one city at a time.
One city at a time.
I know they don't want me to sing.
A whole bunch of kids' lives are changing. Their parents' lives are changing. So I felt like this is really my calling, because you're calling, you just notice you doing it. This wasn't planned. So thank you, God, first of all, my brother, and the viewers, because I feel as though my job is too small. But I'm just playing a role that I felt like God put in my path. Like, listen, this is what you're doing. This is why I had you here in Haiti for so long, just to make the way. So you really Jean-Baptiste, nèg qui dans désert qui t'a dit vin jeune Christ. And he always told him, look, I'm not even good enough, to wipe Jesus' shoes, okay? But he knew that he was just a messenger. He was there for a reason.
But you know what what this is about though? Because I feel as though everybody in their lifetime is going to play both roles. Is going to play the role of John the Baptist and play the role of the Nazareth. And I mean that with no blasphemy. I mean that just by the purpose of life. Because I'm quite sure before you came to become John the Baptist, you was the Nazareth to somebody, and somebody had to pave the way for you. And now here I am. I'm playing the role of John the Baptist because I'm paving the way for my diasporas. When they come here, they can know they have a family here that's working, and then they're going to play that Nazareth role till the time come for them to play the John the Baptist role and open up the doors for more people. And that's how the change is going to come in fruition. And we're going to speak that, we're going to claim it, and we're going to own it.
That's right.
Brother Love in Haiti, please subscribe.